Maya Gallery. I'm Hidayah, and I am so-called the person who organizes the book club at Maya Gallery. And as you know, Maya Gallery, besides showcasing all the wonderful paintings by local artists and international artists, we also support local authors, and we want to give them, as much publicity and platform. So the first book club was held 2 months ago, and where I organized a reading session for the kids. I also write, so and today we are privileged that we have our celebrity chef and author and well-known, yes, Aziza will be sharing with us. But before that, I would like to invite Mastura Shari and Jeffrey Wanli, the owners and founders of Maya Gallery. Please give them a round of applause.
Hi everybody, nice to see you all here. It's amazing how we put this together, especially after having completed Affordable Art Fair and then opening to another solo show next Friday. So like we're sandwiched in between two events, but hey, let's just do it, So happy to see you all here. I'm Mas, he's Jeff. Both of us are the crazy ones who started Maya Gallery out of a passion for the arts. And we've been here for 3 years actually. And the journey has been amazing. We've met so many people, and one of them is Aziza. She's been an inspiration to us. Basically we do a lot of art exhibitions and for local, Asian and international artists. So you can add.
Okay, that was a good start. Okay, good afternoon. Thank you for coming down to this occasion. Today, relax. Feel as if you're coming down to somebody's house, right? Santai, relax. It's a nice Saturday afternoon. There's a few things I want to say, which is, we want to talk about Kak Aziza until tomorrow. You can't finish, is it? But there's a few things that we would like to share. Is that Kak Aziza, champion in food, culinary expert, and all that. From her books that I read, there's a lot of references to our lives too. Yeah, and food has been the one of the key things in her family, and food coincidentally also is something that is also close to us because my grandmother was a cook, my mom also is a cook, right? So being in the kitchen and being that, it's a kind of a very interesting environment. When I read Kampung Days, I put it. Sambal Days Kampung Cuisine. Now, this book, small little book, but amazing. I went through the book. It's like I went through a recollection of my childhood days, because I just stayed. We all stayed. Some of us stayed in Kampung. I was in Kampung Melayu, right? This book, for example, it brings me back to those days where life is, I won't say simpler, but there is a relationship, a family relationship that is told in this story. It resembles us as Singaporeans, a multiracial thing, the relationship not just between a family, which here is about cousins, family, relationship with parents, her siblings, things that she went through in detail, and she weave it into food. That's amazing, you see. Very nicely crafted, very simple to read. It just comes to me like a movie screen, like I'm transported back in time. And when she mentioned the things about the environment of her kampung days, it reflects me back to the place that I was also. Right? We have various races, Chinese, Indian, and all that, and that kind of spirit, the kind of familyness that where food is the thing that circles around us. Yeah. So I felt that, and on top of food, Kak Aziza, she's also a mentor to many. She has done it all. She has done it all. She has done everything. Now she's a culinary consultant and expert. She's also an entrepreneur, businesswoman, and she has seen it all, and she has gone through gone through the ropes, and we shared a lot. She shared a lot of stories about her adventure, and then there's also things she shared with us. And she's also a mentor to a few people, a few cooks also, and she also gives us advice, motivation, in business and all that. So there's something that I want to read. Just a short.
Go on.
Huh? Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna enjoy you talking about that girl.
That girl. Okay. Okay, this is one of the events that she went to Tanah Merah, having fun at the bungalow, and we also go last time. We went to Changi, I think Changi Point, Changi Point, Pasir Ris, and all that. Yeah, family thingy, picnic. We cook ourselves, we put it together, that kind of thingy. And this is what her mother told her, and she also did mention to us, in the course of us, knowing Kak Aziza. This is what her mom reminded her. You will not be poor if you cook extra to feed people. God will shower you with more luck if you do so. Never ever be stingy with food. And this is she has kept with the family. Yes, I think that's what Maya like to share with you guys. Maya is a wealth, means in Sanskrit it's wealth of the soul. It is art, it is music, it is food, meticulously put, and Kak Aziza is also an artist. We have displayed her range of works to set the environment for this wonderful book club. Something different for you all. So sit back and relax. Feel as if we are in our home, in somebody's home, This is Maya's home, and Kaka that's why I call Kaka sister. Actually, that's why she is a sister, our sister. Thank you.
Before I call upon Kak Aziza, just to tell you what is the program for today. So we are gonna also have a lucky draw. So if you have not written your contacts and put in the little box, so do so. And today we're gonna Kak Aziza will share her experience. And maybe her journey in where she was like a chef, and her journey as an artist and businesswoman, and she will also do a little demo so that you all can try it at home. And then later we are going to have a chit chat session. So feel free, if you want to ask any question, you can pose to Kak Aziza later. So please put your hands together for the lovely Aziza Ali.
First of all, I'd like to thank you for being here. I know that Saturday is so meaningful to all of you because it's a very short holiday, Saturday, Sunday, and you might want to see your girlfriends, concubine, or whatever. But thank you very much for being here. Okay. First of all, I'd like to thank Hidayah for your kind words, and especially Jeff and Mas for your lengthy, kind information about me. I don't have to say anything because you have already spoken about me. All right. Today I just want to talk. I'm not going to read anything from the book, even though Hidayah is a book club. I just want to talk to you, and my experience derived from Kampung Radin Mas. This is the house where I was born in, and my elder sister was born in this house. But the rest of the siblings, they went to KK, Kanang Kerbau Hospital. All right. My mother was. I was impatient wanting to come out, so I didn't even leave the house. So I was there. Before I go any further, I just want to show you the 3 books I've done. And the first 2 books, this book, do you like the cover? Yes. It looks like, I did this about how many years, 13 years ago. And it looks like, this is for also not only Singapore, but overseas Japan market. They wanted clean cut Aziza. How clean can I be? This looked like a very satisfied housewife. With 6 kids, husband very nice. Give 15,000 a month. That's how Aziza looked like this. Then I was commissioned to do my journey, my young journey. And I did this book, Sambal Days Kampung Cuisine. And one day, Aids came to me and said, Aziza, can you do this for us? I said, sure. And during that time, 2 years ago, I had challenges in my life, especially my brother was in and out of KL. And I was given only about 6 months to write. So during that time, I have other events and all that, and I was in our KL, and I parked myself for a month in the hospital where my brother was hospitalized at that time. And I had only 1 month before editing. So I had my computer, I was doing everything. It was a lot of distraction. Nurse came and take pulse measurement, came and injection and all that, but I managed, yeah. When I came back, some of the story I wrote was taken out because Aziza, too much information, just give me food. And because I did travel and I cook, so to them it's not that important because to them I have to relate about food, all right? So, I came back, I have only half a month, 1 month to do. I worked like day in, day out until 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. They say that if you are older, not older, you can remember your past very clearly, but not your present or your recent experiences. For me, it was very easy. When you tell things honestly, you write about your own experience where nobody can share or taken away from you, you just wrote. It was very easy for me to write, all right? And I just wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote, and it just flowed. But you ask me what I did 5 days ago, maybe I have to think twice. Okay? So I managed, I edited, and then launched and all that. And we did quite well selling this book. And it all started, as I said, from here. And I was practically born in the kitchen. When I was 4, I was forced to peel the tails of the bean sprout. All right? Until today, I cannot stand bean sprout. If I take soto, I put the bean sprout at the side. It gives me memory, bring back memory. Memory of bean sprout, yeah? So, in fact, when I was younger, I was forced to do things in the kitchen while others went to play. But as I grow older, I am so fortunate for being forced to learn how to cook. Because my mother said, oh, you want to be a lady, you must do flower arrangement, you must cook, you must clean the house, you must do everything. Am I a lady? Anyway, so I just did what I had to do, and having so many in a family, at that time we had about 13 in a family, uncles, 2 uncles, cousins, 1 auntie, my early days, yeah. So everything was like, the pot was so big. And we had at least 3 dishes on the tables. And cooking at that time, as I said, my early days was not fun because it was by force. Later on I acquired, it's a passion growing inside me. And I learned, until today I never stopped cooking. Every time people come to the house, I must cook for them. It became a nice, warm habit. Right, Jeff? And yeah, so I think it's very important. My mother always said that, as you quote just now, when you will not be poor when you share your food. In this book, I learned so much about family values, my father and my mother, and I think we all still adapt that. You know, I remember my mother. Every time we have kanduri or religious feasting in the house, it's like we invited like 40 people, 60 people, no problem. The whole kampong will come, and then they will bring back some food because that's our culture, yeah. And as time went by, this is missing. This spirit is missing. I have a neighbor. I invited my neighbor to my house for a small reception. You know what my neighbor said? Don't invite me. I said, oh. I said I was a bit stunned. So I said, okay. Then I send you some food. No need to give me food. Nobody refused my food my whole lifetime. And they did. But we just neighbor. We don't have gotong royong spirit living in flats. But I miss Kampung Radin Mas, really. Because when I was set to do this book, this one I organized, stated, and wrote the, food story. It means a lot to me because it has some similarity with some of the pages. It's all about my childhood, all right? And this book, just like that book, is very close to my heart because we came from Radin Mas. We enjoy the values, the neighborly love. We enjoy everything about the kampung, all right? What we had then, you cannot like bring it back because people are different, thinking is different, everything is so different. At that time, I remember a car, Morris Minor, somebody's car went into the drain. The whole kampung came to help. I remember, I think about almost 20 years ago, I was meeting my friends because my friend want to jog, but I do brisk walking at East Coast. So my BM went into the drain, half body. And then I didn't drive fast. It was very slow. I don't know, they say, oh, the place is keras. That means the spirit is very early in the morning, about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. You know, it was drizzling. At that time, there's no handphone. I had to go all the way to the public phone to call AA. But before that, I said, how am I going to come out? Because it was like half level. You know? And I remember Hawaii 5-0. Those days, Hawaii 5-0, they have stunned people. They told you how to, when they had problems like this, they know what to do. So I recollect. I said, wow, you know. So I, unwind the screen and I climb up. Not bad. I managed to climb up. That time I was slimmer, so I was able to do that. Then it was drizzling. I went all the way walking to call AA. And when I came back, there were about 5-6 men. I suppose they were doing the same thing, walking in the morning, taking my number for 4 digits. Instead of helping me, they was writing down my number. I said, this is what? Singapore spirit? In the kampung, people help one another. I remember 2 occasions like flood, all right? Flood, I still remember flood. We had flood. It was a big flood. And since this house, I have 7 rooms here, and this was built that's underneath floor level, so the water kept coming in, and it becomes swimming pool. We children, we like it very much because it's like swimming pool we never experienced before, you know. So this is a little bit exaggerated, but the house is like this, yeah. So, and my mother rented this area to the farmer, okay. And the farmer, they plant all kind of vegetables, tapioca, what else? Come on. Onions, serai, papaya, the whole works, you know, the whole market, all right? So, and I used to collect rent because I was the biggest, smallest but the biggest. So we climb up here, and Atan, I remember Atan, you know, with his, this hat pointed at the top, and wearing like a t-shirt, a singlet that was like brown. The color is only like gray. Maybe it was white before, I think. So when he was doing all those carrying stuff and plowing and all that, it turned to be like that, you know. So a certain time, when he was not able to pay the rent, maybe delay his rental, so he will give us tapioca, all the vegetables. So I used to carry, and walk down. And normally what he did, he sent his produce to the market, Kampong Baru market. So that has got relationship with this story in this book. This book is very interesting. It has history. I think you remember that Singapore was founded by Sang Nila Utama. He saw a beast who looked like, the beast looked like a lion, right? So they call it Singapura, all right? And so then he made himself the king of Singapore, the Singapura. At that time it was Temasek, at the coastline of Temasek when he saw the beast, all right? And after that he landed in Teluk Blangah in 1299. He was the first one to land there. And Singapore was what do you call, in Singapore signed a treaty with Raffles and was founded in 1819 together with the Sultan Hussein Shah and Abdul Rahman, Temenggung Abdul Rahman. That's how this all started, all right? Because I have a friend of mine who is the lineage, okay? He's supposed to be here, but he didn't come here. But anyway, this is very interesting. And then we talk about Radin Mas. This is very important because 4 Member of Parliament, I don't know whether you're still young, Osman Wok, who knows about Osman Wok? Who knows Osman? Yes, he came from here. Sidik Sanif, who knows Sidik Sanif? Came from here, Wan Hussein, and Ahmad Jabri, well, everybody knew. Right, important people and colourful people came from Radin Mas, and people ask why, the press asked, why Radin Mas produced so many, Ong Kim Sem, the artist, and then your teacher's husband, your son, an artist, came from Radin Mas. After we produced the book, then they came to me and said, hey, I was from Radin Mas. When I wanted to look for people, I vomited blood. It was so difficult. I remember 3 years ago, I wanted to write this, I got the inspiration in Dubai. I was appointed to do another book for all the Malay Muslim in Middle East. I did my homework, my due diligence, everything, but we're short of funding, so it's on hold. And I spoke to my cousin who was the president of SMG, and then we decided at about 4 o'clock in the morning to do Radin Mas. I came back, I get things organized, I invited my friends who's editor, publisher, and then appointed Ibrahim, the researcher. We had very good people that did for us, and it's a teamwork. And I'm very, very proud of this book because I think not many kampong, you can call kampong, where there's a spirit of gotong royong still exists now, until now. I remember I was a little bit scared when I wanted to produce this book, simply because everybody has gone, passed away. How to get hold of these people? So I organized Hari Raya gathering, and I thought only 100 people would come. Words get around, and I had 500 people came, and I was so pleased. I was very, very pleased. I organized everything, and I had my sisters sing, and I take advantage of her all the time. And yeah, and I was very, very pleased. But I had a questionnaire and all that. Everybody left it on the table with the addresses, because that's what the purpose, to get all the data together. So I got all that. My maid cleaned the house, throw everything away. I felt like crying. And then I got to look for people. It took me about 1.5 years to locate people. It's not very easy, yeah? So to get one person, I had to call like 8 times, and they will link, and I went to all their homes, about 60 of them, both Singapore and Malaysia, and some also live in Australia, but we can't go, you know, they make history for the kampong, they make a difference in the kampong. We want all the people like that to appear in the book. So anyway, every time we make an appointment, my editor and I, we went to each and every home, opened their arms and their kitchen. The table was filled with food because we were coming. And I remember some of them took off. Oh, Aziza is coming to the house, what shall I cook? They were nervous. I'm very simple. I'm not, when people come, when I pay, I'm a little bit, I can be fussy, but when people serve me anything, I'm very appreciative. I never complain. If you like, you eat more. Don't like, you eat less. Very, very simple. No complaint. No complaint. That's why I get invited. Otherwise, I am quite critical. They all know I'm very particular. So anyway, we did this. It took us like 4.5 years, and I'm very proud because Lee Kuan Yew endorsed this book. Okay. And we had Hadi, the ambassador of Malaysia, and a few and all that, and give us such beautiful commendation and compliments and all that. Finally, when everything's over, I had my challenges as well. As I said, calling so many people was a great challenge. And we had such gala, and I tell myself, I said, since the Lee Kuan Yew did the forward, I must have his son officiate the event. So I organized an event, 800 people, a lot planning, and I wanted him to come. And then his PA, normally PA always, they don't speak on their behalf, they speak on their own behalf. Yes, I have had few experiences with a PA. The people, the minister are very nice. The bawa they think they are more than minister. So when I said, okay, I wanted to invite, the prime minister and all. Oh, he's busy in China. You cannot. He's busy in China. So I wrote a letter, and then since he couldn't make it, he asked me. In fact, the PA asked me to change the date. I paid deposit. How to change the date? So I got Tony Tan, almost 90%. So I sent my program to Tony Tan. Then he came back, his PA came back, can I change the date? I changed the date. Again, second time. I think the father scolded him, you better come, because I did the forward. So I said, I don't know, Miss Chun or whatever her name was, can you please tell your Prime Minister, Aziza said, for him to change his date. I'm older than him, cannot do it, and I'm small fry. So anyway, he asked me to send the program, which I did. I did the whole program. And then I put after the officiating, record ribbon cutting and all that, he has to say a few words impromptu. She came to me and she said, no, he will not say anything. He's too tired in China, he's cutting short his trip just to be at your place. This is the PA. So I said, such a shame. Do you know these 800 people can be his future voters? I thought politics. She just kept quiet, So, on the day itself, we launched on the 1st of September. On the day itself, 12 o'clock at night, I received a call from Beijing, because he was there, from his PA. He said, Aziza, the Prime Minister is going to speak. I was jumping with joy, but I was cool. I play cool. I don't want him to think that I'm so excited, but I was excited. Because to me, we make history to have the Father and the Son, and the Holy Ghost, amen. So anyway, he asked me to send the program and what to say, give the outline, so we did. He came, it was such a beautiful affair. I tapped myself on the shoulder. Everybody complimented with such a gala. And when I did my poetry, normally I do my poetry. Instead of give an opening speech, my chairman did, and I always do in poetry form in most of my functions. So I did. Then his turn came. He didn't want to leave the mic. A person who doesn't want to speak. So it's not that, you know. I think these people, they think for him. I remember I was organizing a Hari Raya show and Entrepreneur of the Year award for China's Malaysia Chamber of Commerce way back late 80s. The first Entrepreneur of the Year in Singapore. So I was doing all the planning and everything, and I was at the main table because I had to take care of Goh Chok Tong's wife. Goh Chok Tong was our former Prime Minister. You know, before that, his PA came to me and said, oh, she cannot take this, cannot take that, cannot take this. I got headache, you know, because I'm a creator, right? I like to create beautiful food. With the rest of the table, they had fantastic food, okay? So this one cannot take oil, cannot take lemak, cannot take whatever. So I just follow instruction, and my own table is very boring. So I asked her, I said, Mrs. Goh, I hope you enjoy the food. I was given the instruction not to put milk, not to put sugar, not to put this. I think I've got nothing to eat, you know. So she said, utter rubbish, she told me. Utter rubbish. I was born in Penang. I grew up in KL. I love all the lemak-lemak. They don't know anything about me. See? It's always, this is the third time I got it, you know. So anyway, of course we have to listen to them because we want them to come to our place and all that. It was such a joy writing this book, coordinating this book, right? And I had a fantastic researcher and writer as well. And I'm now doing my fourth on my bloodline. I have 5 blood in me. That's why I look like this. And I'm gonna start in inshallah, they say, by next month, hopefully. By next month, I'll be doing about 80 cuisine, right, of Malay. I have Chinese blood, my grandmother. I have Javanese, very strong, 3/4 Javanese blood. I have a little bit of Arab blood, my 5th generation. And I have Siak Buddhist blood, my grandfather's side. Even though I have not met them, I think they passed away before I was born. Both sides, except for my grandfather on my mother's side. I used to, after kindergarten school, I used to feed him with porridge, and I used to take his denture out and put in a glass because he had stroke, I remember. And I remember this man came to the house and rubbed him with pigeon's blood. At that time I couldn't understand, I was a bit young. That's the remedy, the old kampung remedy. But now this is never done, not that I know of. Because I suppose pigeon blood is very heaty, it sort of expands your vein, your tissue. And it works for them, okay? So anyway, Mas and Jeff have been kind enough to allow me to, to exhibit, plus they've never done here before, to do demonstration. Are you ready for a demonstration? Because I think you like to know what you eat, right? So I'm going to do something briefly. I want to do something different. I want to do something different, okay? Because I know that Hidayah has a string of them doing book reading, but I said this is a gallery. I can paint. I can cook. I've lost my waistline because of that. I can cook and I am doing books, so why don't I combine all this? And it was a very sudden move, which shocked her a lot, because between Jeff and I, it took about only a week before we make a decision. And I work like hell. My painting, I have to, I have to have at least about 20 paintings to be exhibited. At first, I want to do only 5 paintings, and but they suggested, why do I do all? Because the wall will be empty if the painting is taken out. So now, without further ado, if you're not tired of me. Are you tired? No. That's very soft, like tired. No. I shall do something very simple, which I'll be serving. And I'll talk about painting after that, and there will be question and answer, if you're good. And then I have lucky draw, all handmade. Okay, so I shall put this away and I start. This reminds me of, this is me, cooking. So I cannot go without, right? I have named, this is something very, hey, I need something behind. My occasion, yeah. Very simple. Those who cannot cook also can cook. Alright? I borrow this one. Maya Gallery is called Krabu, very simple. The ingredients are very basic. I used garlic. You toast the garlic with the skin and until it's really, really soft, then you pound. Okay? So I shall put garlic here. This is how garlic looks like, if you don't know. Alright. Chili. I've already put chili and what do you call dried prawns. Okay, to do dried prawn, you got to be very careful. Some people are very, very sensitive. You soak it in very hot water. You change water all the time. Alright? Then you toast it, you rinse it. Yeah? Or else you have problems if some people are allergic or whatever. Okay? This is the blue cheese of Malaysia, the belacan. Who doesn't know belacan?
Oh yeah.
I don't think you should know. Belacan, yeah? Belacan actually is a prawn paste. Alright, there's so many types of belacan. I can tell you there's more than 20 types of belacan, but we only know two, the dark and the pink. The pink belacan come from China. Alright, the Chinese don't take belacan, but because they marry the Indonesian and they themselves, because during the trade, right, they settle in Indonesia, in Cirebon and all that. They marry Indonesian, but they are naturally got business acumen. Everything is business, right? So they, in this particular island, between Hong Kong and Kowloon, there's a small little island, all these udang grago, you know the small udang for belacan, happen to swim backstroke there all the time. So they took the opportunity, and why is pink? If you go to market, you'll see this pink belacan. They don't fry, they dry, but they don't fry. They puree it and all that, put salt, sun it, but they don't fry. The dark one is the best one actually for sambal belacan. That comes from Penang and Malacca. All right, they fry it. All right, they're very known for having very good taste and flavor. In Indonesia, there's so many type of belacan in Indonesia. Different state, province got different belacan, but the only vegetable belacan in Indonesia is from Cirebon. They only do vegetables belacan. Vegetable belacan.
There is no prawns.
No prawns, nothing, just vegetables. Go and ask them. Okay, and then you Google. Yeah. So it's very interesting. This is very interesting. And you know, Malays, who doesn't like chili? Who likes chili? You know, I feel so guilty because that is not hot enough. So I put the hot one at the side because I know that some of you don't take chili. So I discard the seed. This is like what I do. If you don't want, you want the flavor, but you don't want the heat, right? You throw away the seeds. Do you know how to get rid of the heaty sensation? I'm not talking about woman. I'm talking about chili.
Either way, I wouldn't know.
Okay, some will just, asam, tamarind. Okay, soak your hand in tamarind for a while. Okay, some soak your hand in oil. All right, so it gets rid of the sensation. The Thai, what they do is that they put through the hair to transfer the heat on the head, and they take Panadol to clear it. But they're doing that, okay? All right. So this is daun limau perut. Who doesn't know kefir leaf? Very voluptuous leaf.
Kafir.
Kefir leaf.
Kefir.
Daun limau perut.
Kafir.
Who doesn't know? You don't know. You don't know many things.
Your friend doesn't know.
Korean. She knows kimchi. I make kimchi. I make very good kimchi. This is kimchi can be very, very hot. Chili, you can discard the seed. Right? The hotter the better kimchi. I love making kimchi. And this is daun limau perut. It has that special fragrance, give that special tang to the food. When you eat it, the aroma, not only the flavor, but the aroma is really, I put daun limau perut in everything, even the dessert. Okay, this one is sugar. Okay, sugar. There's so many types of sugar. The white sugar. No, there's a red color. Okay. Then I put a lot of, sorry I don't have limau kasturi. 2 limau kasturi. Do you know limau kasturi? If you're Chinese, I say so desu ka? No? She's Korean. I only know some Hamida, some Hamida. Cik Mida tu I know Cik Mida. Yeah, this one a lot, what do you call? Everything in my food I use lime or lemon. I love that. They say that it's really good acidic and it cuts your fat. Correct? So
Sudah lapar already.
you taste. Torture, eh? Watching me is a great torture. Sian. Cucumber, chopped cucumber finely. I like to use Japanese cucumber. Okay. This is mango and pineapple. Alright. Mango, pineapple. If you choose mango, don't choose the one that's ripe. Almost ripe. Right? Not too green. And tauge.
Your friend tauge.
I don't like it. But I know you all like, right? You all very like, right? Okay. And salt. Where's my salt? Yeah. Little bit salt. Don't put too much because of the belacan, eh? So you put little bit. So you can just dish out like this. Alright. And then you turn it upside down, or you can just put like this. Can I have 4 keropok, please? Exactly one bowl. This is almond. We don't use almond for kerabu and all that, but with Aziz's twist. I always have this twist at the end of the day.
Oh yes.
because I love almond. This is the stock of the chives. To give color, I put tomato. It's supposed to be inside. Voila. Now yeah, you have to applause again. This one you eat with a keropok. This one. So this is Krabu Sri Maya. Applause. Yeah. Do you want me? You don't want me to talk, right?